Joe, how you feeling, my man? I hear that you're melting at this point.
Yeah, I'm losing more and more weight. Looking better. Getting stronger.
Getting stronger.
Yeah, I'm starting to fit in clothes I ain't fit in a while, dude. It's like brand new to
Nice.
me.
It's
Still
a
has the
nice
tags
feeling.
on it.
It's a nice feeling, man, for sure.
Yeah. My nieces were telling me, "Uncle, we can see your dimples more." And I guess because I have dimples on my face, so they start poking them. I'm like, "Can you go? Can you all leave me alone, please?"
That's funny.
Yeah, my nieces are crazy, dude. They like to bother me all the time. I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
the
get
beach with
someplace where
them.
it's. I'm gonna get to someplace where it's not so loud. Stand by.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm heading to Corpus Christi tomorrow. Spend some time out there on the beach with my nieces.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, man, it's being able to do more stuff that's physically active. Little things like jumping in and out of the truck. It's a big deal.
Yeah. Knee's feeling a lot better now. I can tell you that. My knee feels that I'm losing weight.
Yo, oh, I know. You feel it in your knees, you feel it in your back.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about De'Aaron Fox hosting a Spurs, or what should I say, a summer workout for his San Antonio Spurs teammates. And we're also going to be talking about Fernando Mendoza being signed by the Raiders and other college football and NFL news. Hey, what's up, Tony? Where's Mike? Mike's there?
Area 210, where the dreams don't fade. From the river walk nights to the Alamo shade, we rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, oh, it's the life that we chose.
Yeah, we're rising together on a Friday, and we don't give a damn day, man. My name is Mike
Yeah.
Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by PF Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. Joe is in the studio in San Antonio, where I will be later on today, making my way to the 210 this afternoon.
Nice.
But right now, I'm in downtown Houston. Completely forgot that Chica had a doctor's appointment today that she needed my help with. So I'm in downtown Houston while Chica is in the doctor's office. So I'll be going for a walk while doing the show. Joey, like you mentioned, we have lots to get into today. Diego Pavia is gone. What's his name, Joe?
Gone.
Diego Pavia, gone. Come on, man. Like people thought the Ravens were going to keep him. Like people thought he was actually going to be an NFL talent at 5'9". Not going to happen. Fernando Mendoza, who actually was the Heisman Trophy winner, signed by the Raiders. We'll get into that. Are we expecting big things from Fernando Mendoza at any point in his career, or is it just a nice story? The
Mhm.
controversy behind the SEC versus the Big Ten. What is the greater conference of the two? A well known college head coach came up and gave his 2 cents. And it's a controversial 2 cents at that. We'll talk
Yeah.
about the Spurs, De'Aaron Fox doing community things. ESPN Power Rankings came out for the NBA. Spurs are in the top top tier, if you will. But Joe, how you feeling today, man? You tell me what topic you want to get into today.
I think let's go ahead and talk about this Diego Pavia thing, dude. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
How people thought he was actually going to mount to something right in the league, and that was not the case. He's gone. He was on the practice squad, Mike, and now he out.
Yeah, he got signed to a 3-year deal for about $3 million. I don't know how much of that was guaranteed, but the fact of the matter is that he's not an NFL quarterback. He was a good college quarterback over at Vandy. He led them to heights they hadn't seen in quite some time. But man, it's all about the measurables, man. It's the immeasurables and the measurables, right? But the measurables do matter. I know we talked about soccer when it came to the World Cup, and I was like, hey, man, those guys from Mexico aren't going to win, man. They're 5'7". And everyone kind of gave me crap about that, saying height doesn't matter in soccer. But do you know what height does matter? Under center as a quarterback, because you have to be 6'2" or taller to have a chance. There are some that have succeeded, but it's not the rule. It's the exception to the rule. To be like a Drew Brees who is 6'1", who had a Hall of Fame career. But if you saw Drew Brees play, and I did because I was a huge fan of the Saints, still am. Drew Brees threw on his tippy toes, man. Why? Because he was short for the position. You can't be 5'9", 5'10" with small hands and play NFL football, man. You can't do it.
Can't grip the ball. Look at even seeing this picture, man. Look at his hands. He
He
got the
has
baby hands, Mike.
baby hands, man. So you look at Diego Pavia, and it's a good story. He's going to have a career doing something else, whether it be coaching, whether it be finance. He's going to be a finance bro, whatever the case may be. He has the name Diego Pavia. People are going to want to work with him. He's going to make, two, three, four, $500,000 a year professionally doing whatever he's going to do. He's just not going to do it on the NFL field, man. That's
Yeah.
just basically it. And you look at Diego Pavia, and he kind of did this to himself a little bit because whatever little chance he had of making it in the NFL went away when it came to like how he handled himself during the Heisman Trophy race, when it came to getting all pissed off that Fernando Mendoza won, the antics of his mom. Pavia's mom became a hashtag, right? And all the Pavia mafia and all that stuff. It became a little bit too much, man. He didn't have the talent to back it up, and it's not like they won the national championship. Guess who won the national championship? Indiana did. And props to Fernando Mendoza for getting the bag. Man, tell me about that contract he's got with the Raiders.
Yeah, so the Raiders went ahead and did a thing yesterday. It was kind of breaking news yesterday. They went ahead and signed the number one overall pick, Fernando Mendoza, to a fully guaranteed 57.27 mil contract with
Wow.
a 5th year option. So the Raiders are going all in with Fernando Mendoza.
You know what? He seems like a nice guy, man. And beyond all that, I remember when Indiana made that run, you kind of felt like, yeah, this is a really good team. But come on, man, this is Indiana. Come on, man, that's a Hispanic quarterback. Come on, man, there's got to be a reason why he's not going to make it happen. But what he lacks in talent, he makes up for in heart. And Joe, let me ask you about that, Joe. That intangible, that heart, that desire, that passion, being at
Yeah.
a 10 on a scale of 1 through 10, would you rather have a quarterback that has a 10 when it comes to arm talent and strength and all that stuff, but only a 6 in heart? Or would you rather have a quarterback who has maybe a 7 or 8 in talent, but a 10 in heart?
Probably a 10 in heart, because then that's going to translate onto the field, because that means that your teammates are going to respect you and you're going to become a true leader on the team. And
Mm-hmm.
if the players around you believe in you and they respect you, the team's going to play better as a whole. Like, you can have all the talent in the world, but nobody respects you or nobody can stand to be around you. It ain't going to work.
Well, we saw that the GOAT, 7 rings, talking about Tom Brady having 7 rings. He was a talent taken, what, in the 6th round?
Yeah.
Why was he taken in the 6th round? He didn't have the arm strength. He didn't have the speed. He was a slow mofo out there. I mean, if have you ever seen the video of Tom Brady doing the combine? Like how this guy even got picked. He was picked in the 6th round as a favor, Joe. Not because he was the talented enough to be there in the 6th round. He was drafted as a favor because there was a coach who liked the coach who said, hey, you know what? Get this guy. Why get this guy? He may not have the arm strength, may not have the speed, but the guy has got grit and the guy has got heart, and he's a leader. And that's where Fernando Mendoza comes in, man. And back in the day, Joe, back in the day, we used to have several Latino quarterbacks playing in the NFL at one time. You had Jeff Garcia, you had Mark Bulger, you had Tony Romo. You had like 4 quarterbacks at one point starting in the NFL that were at least 50% Latino. And now we got another one, baby. We got Fernando Mendoza. Let's ride that train, baby.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and write the
Fernando
train.
Mania.
Fernando Mania is going to be all they're going to be talking about over in Las Vegas, over there with the Raiders for quite some time. Hopefully, the kid pans out, man, and he's not just overhyped. But we have some other news I want to get into too, because this was controversial, Mike. And people feel a certain way about the Big Ten and about the SEC. So we have Nick Saban going on record here saying that he believes that the premier conference is the Big Ten over the SEC. And I think a lot of other people in the industry believe the same sentiment. And it's causing a little bit of a controversy here because the SEC has something to say.
He's right, and I mean, and look who is saying it. Nick Saban, who's arguably the greatest college coach of all time, who led not only one SEC school to the national championship in Alabama, but also led LSU to the national championship as well. He knows what he's talking about, and I think what he's trying to say is that the SEC has been living off of reputation more than anything else, and he's right because it used to be the gauntlet, right? It used to be like top to bottom, the SEC was stacked. And ever since the conference is realigned, and it went from having six major conferences down to four, the SEC has actually gone southward when it comes to talent, when it comes to productivity. You see that in bowl games, Joe. They have losing records every year when it comes to bowl games. You see that they haven't won a national title in a couple of years.
Yeah,
You
it
see, you
was
see
exactly what I was going to point out, Mike. How many national titles has the SEC won as of late? None.
none. I mean, we had Kirby Smart lead Georgia, and Saban lead Bama to titles. But in recent years, even though you look at Florida, I look at Florida, I don't think anything of that, because of the Tebow years and whatnot. Like that was so far long gone. But you look at the SEC now, are they any better than Georgia? I mean Georgia, Ohio State. Are they any better than Michigan? Are they any better than Indiana? Indiana beat SEC teams last year, and it's all reputation, right? It's all reputation. It's like how like people like to pump their chests, when it comes to like I don't know. This might be a controversial statement, but like the United States is the best, and you go like, okay, well, the best at what? And then it's like, well, we're just the best. We're just the best. And you just kind of say it out of reputation, right? And then you go, well, what are we the best at? Are we best in education? Are we the best in healthcare? Are we the best in what are we the best at, right? And then when you peel the layer of the onion back, you go, that's just bravado. That is just them living off of a reputation that may not exist anymore. And the SEC pounding their chest saying that we're the best. How far does Texas go? Oklahoma wets the bed a lot. You know, um, I see no difference in Michigan and Ohio State compared to Bama and LSU these days. Like if they played each other right now, LSU played Michigan, who would be favored? Probably Michigan. Probably whoever's the home team would be favored.
Yeah.
It used to be the SEC was fought by and large the better conference, but not anymore. Remember they used to say, "Oh, well, the SEC championship game that was the that's the real national championship." It's not that way anymore, man. And Nick Saban saying that takes some balls because A, you have to respect what he's saying, and B, you have to respect who is saying it, Joe. But I know we were talking about this earlier before the show, and we're like, yeah, he said a no-brainer, but I think it's a no-brainer that hurts
Yeah, it
a lot
does.
of people in the Paul Feinbaum area, right? The Paul Feinbaum, Southern Confederate States area. They're in their fields when it comes to it all, and I get it, but he ain't lying.
No, he's not. And we got an incoming super chat.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And this is from Sam Salinas. Thank you, Sam, for the support. We appreciate you. He says Fernando is a good Latino. Diego is a bad Latino. Miguelito Jimenez, chancla. So you paid for the chancla. He wants to give you the chancla
What was the chancla for?
for just being you. I was gonna tell you. I mean, you have the SEC and you have the Big Ten, and I think and somebody had said it too. It's the NIL deals, right? Before this is Joy-Con Drift King, and he was saying before he goes the NIL was under the table. The SEC was king, but now that
Right.
it's all in the open, tables have turned now. So it goes to show you, what happens when you no longer have the seedy deals going on anymore. Because they did a crackdown on all that. You know.
Well, it's beyond the NIL. I mean, you're right about that, but it's also has everything to do with the fact that the transfer portal exists,
Yeah.
and the days players want to play, right? Players want to play. We talk about this when it comes to Dylan Harper and the Spurs. What do we find out at the end of his rookie season? What did Devin Vassell say? Harper wanted to play, that he was frustrated, not just a little bit, he was frustrated all year long that he with his playing time. Well, think about being a college football player. You go to a school, and it used to be that you could get trapped under a system. It used to be that you go follow a coach, that coach up and leaves, or the coordinator up and leaves, and you're just screwed there, and you can't go anyplace else. Or, I mean, Nick Saban would do this himself. Nick Saban would say, well, okay, but you're not going to play in the SEC. We'll banish you to the ACC. We'll banish you to the Pac-12 or whatever the case may be. But they can't do that anymore, right? And the players have the power now in college football, and damn straight they should, man. This is NIL and transfer portal are two really good things. And you have those traditionalists who are like, nah, man, they need to show some loyalty. Man, schools don't show any loyalty to them. The coaches show no loyalty to them. Why should the players show loyalty? The players should go make money. They're not in there for a scholarship. They're not
Make
going
more
to
money.
class. They're not going to school. They're there to play football and play basketball. We know that, man.
Mike, we do have breaking news. Breaking news.
Okay, let's hear it.
And we got to go ahead and play. I think this one is deserving of the jingle this time. Let me go ahead and
Okay,
play it.
let's do it.
Breaking news. This is just reported by Sham Shania. LeBron James has made a decision, Miguelito. And it is James is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers on
Mike
a 2 year,
Stradamus.
$8 million deal with a player option. Clutch Sports Group and Clutch CEO and Game Over show host Rich Paul tells ESPN.
1 year or 2 year deal.
It's going to be a 2 year deal.
So probably with a player option.
Yeah, it does have the player option. It's a $8 million deal with the player option. So basically, he can play for 1 year and decide, you know what, I'm going to opt out, and that's it.
I respect it. I respect Mike Stradamus in the house, by the way, because did I not say, Joe, from the get-go, that the best place for him to be was Philadelphia? If he is actually wanting to win his fifth ring, he would need to go someplace where he can win. He wouldn't be able to win in Cleveland. That would have been a he came back home story, feel good story. He wasn't going to win over there. He wasn't going to win in Golden State, right? Because why? Why can't he win in Golden State? Because everybody there is old. Yeah, it would have been an interesting, fun lineup, but 4 or 5 unks playing in the starting lineup was not going to be it. He wasn't going to win in Miami because they didn't have a bench and they didn't have any shooting. You know, Giannis and Bam are there, but they have no shooters.
Yeah.
Tyler Herro's gone. What's his name? Gone.
Go on.
And then you look at all the other teams, whether it be Minnesota. He wasn't going to go to Minnesota, dude. He wasn't going to be
You
playing
go
in the middle
freeze
of
his ass
nowhere.
off over there, bro. No.
I mean, just because Prince could do it doesn't mean that LeBron's going to do it, right?
What's there to do in Minnesota, dude? Nothing.
Not a damn
Not
thing. Not a
a
damn
thing.
thing. But if you took him at his word, which was he wants to have fun, he wants to win, and he doesn't want to be the first or second option. He wants to be a team player, get significant minutes and be a team player. Philadelphia was the logical place to go because not only he's not the first option, he ain't the second option. He might even be the third or fourth option on that starting lineup. And think about how good that team can be when LeBron James, even at 42, a guy that averaged 25 and 5 last year, is your fourth or fifth best player on the starting lineup. That's a deadly team. Okay, now I know everyone's going to say, but injuries. Every team has injury issues, right? The Spurs will suck if Wemby goes down. Okay, but if healthy in the playoffs, a team that has Tyrese Maxey, who's a very good defensive guard who can score 20 points and dish out 8 assists. If you have LeBron James playing point forward, if you have Joel Embiid upright and somewhat healthy, VJ Edgecombe, hell of a shooter. They've got a lot of talent over there, Joe. A Lot of talent.
Well, look at who they have, right? And then they're starting five, right? You have LeBron James, Jalen Brown, Embiid, and Maxi, just like the little graphic down here is saying.
I mean, dude, I mentioned four names without mentioning the fact that Jalen Brown got traded over there. Jalen
Hmm.
Brown, who was fifth in MVP voting last season, a top 12 player in the NBA. So now you're telling me a starting lineup of Maxi, of
Jalen
Maxi
Brown,
Brown,
Embiid,
Maxi Jalen Brown, LeBron,
and Embiid.
Embiid, and then VJ Edgecombe coming off the bench as a sixth man. Dude, that's a solid team, man. Just show me the holes. The hole is injury, Joe. I am proud of this move for LeBron James. I'm not a LeBron James guy. I am not a fan. But if he wants to win and have fun, and guess what's fun, Joe? Winning. Now,
Yeah.
what does Philadelphia do? Is Philadelphia now the team to beat in the Eastern Conference?
Now the changing of the power is coming, right? So now you would have looked at it on paper and be like, well, are the Knicks going to run it back again? Right? Because they still have their team pretty much intact. Then you're looking at the moves that other teams have made. Miami Heat made some moves. Boston Celtics made some moves. We're waiting on what the Philadelphia 76ers were going to do. What is that team going to look like after the trade, right? With Boston. And now you go ahead and sign LeBron James. LeBron James, arguably, is he still a top 10 player at his
No.
age?
He's a top 25 player at his age.
Right? But he still has value, right? He still has value. He can make your team better. I mean, I'm sure
So,
that he.
if they have three top 25 players on their team, because I would go off and say Jalen Brown's a top 25 guy, LeBron James a top 25 guy, and you might make the argument that Tyrese Maxey is as well because he plays both sides of the ball. He can play offense and defense exceptionally well. And Joel Embiid is an all-star when healthy. And VJ Edgecombe is a legit threat from outside, and he's not afraid as a rookie. He was a rookie last season. He was not afraid as a rookie to take it to the hoop. That's a very dynamic team. It's a very deep team when healthy. And from a talent perspective, Joe, I mean, I know LeBron's not a top 25 guy, and Father Time is always undefeated. But you know what? Father Time lost. Because even if the wheels come off, Joe, even if LeBron James plays like crap this year, like trash this year, he still won. He got to 42 with all those miles on the odometer, and still, with all the NBA Finals runs, with all the Olympics, all the miles on the odometer, Joe, Father Time has only lost to one person. That's LeBron James. I may not like him as a player. I think that he's not the greatest player of all time, but he is top three. And they're going to call him a ring chaser going to Philadelphia. But
Yeah.
guess what? Who cares? It was a good move, Joe. Do you like the move?
I think it's a good move for LeBron. I mean, he's going to get the attention that he wants. He's going to probably get the touches that he wants. And, to his credit too, he's going to be playing on a good enough team that's going to make some noise and going to be a little scary there for the other teams in the East. Now the Sixers are in the fray as well. They'll probably be in the conversation of one of those teams who the expectation is they might go all the way to the NBA Finals if healthy. And we need to see what happens with Joel Embiid because Joel Embiid is always injured. He can't seem to stay healthy, but he's also called upon to do a lot of things, right? Because he's the best player that they have out there on the court. So there's a lot of wear and tear on his body, especially his knees. They seem to
Right.
always be the culprit of him going down. But now that he has some help here, maybe that will bode well for his longevity. Maybe they can go ahead and play him in the little limited minutes now and rest him a little bit more. And that way he'll be fresher come playoff time. And that's when it really matters, right? How far you're going to go in the playoffs. And notoriously, the 76ers have had some bad moments in the playoffs. Uh, and you hope at some point in time, if you're a 76ers fan, that they figure things out, right? They get over the hump. They jump the shark, so to
Right.
speak, and go finally all the way back to the NBA Finals. They haven't been there in quite some time. I think the last time they were there was with Allen Iverson when they were going up against the Lakers.
Yeah, they won it in '83.
Mhm.
I know the '83 Sixers because I have that banner on my wall growing up, along with all my Spurs stuff. I was a Dr. J guy, and yeah, so the '83 Sixers were very well known. Um, I mean, I'm excited. It's a big market for LeBron James. He has the East Coast back again. It's a great move for the NBA. It restores balance to the conferences. It restores balance when it comes to like media stories between the West Coast and the East Coast. I like it, Joe. I like it a lot. This was the team that I want him to go to, so I'm really excited about that.
Randy, how many 76 after I know to get their custom made jerseys?
Oh, I know. That's gonna be a hell of a jersey, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna sell out already. I bet you once they put it up for sale, it's gonna sell out. Oh, we do have an incoming super chat from Jason Garcia.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate your support. And he's saying, what's the over-under Bronny signs with the 76ers? That's probably not a very good, let's say, over-under at this point. He's still with the Lakers. And if the Lakers cut him, what other team's going to really want Bronny at this point?
Well, give me 1 second here. The lawnmowers have come out. Give me 1 second here.
Oh, God.
I guess they could see that I was doing a podcast or something like that because they started yelling at me saying we're turning on the lawnmowers. No, they don't need Bronny, man. They don't need Bronny. Bronny doesn't need him anyway. You know, how long was Bronny supposed to be there with his dad? You know, was that
It was a
supposed to be a
publicity
forever
stunt.
deal?
Nah.
I
That was
mean,
done for publicity.
hasn't Giannis been torn away from his brothers, or did one of the brothers get brought over to the Miami Heat?
Yeah. Oh, and look, LeBron has already got I guess Tops is already releasing a LeBron James trading card. That was quick, bro. It says breaking LeBron James is joining the Philadelphia 76ers for historic 24th season. And they said one collector who purchases the base edition will receive a 1-of-1 autographed LeBron James card. There you go.
24 seasons, Joe.
Yeah.
24. I mean, what's the record? I know
I don't
Kareem
know.
was up there.
Remember they
What if,
used to have what's his name Parrish from the Celtics. He was the longest tenured player at the time. The Big Chief. Remember
yeah, the
him?
Big Chief. Yeah, he was good, dude. That was a guy who was really about fundamentals and playing defense, and that guy would beat the living crap out of you, man. He and McHale would beat the crap out of you.
Yeah, Robert
Um,
Parrish, the Big Chief.
but 24 years, Joe. People, you could be born, go to elementary school, middle school, high school, graduate college, and get your master's in 24 years, Joe.
So let's put it like this: the technology that LeBron has had at his disposal since he joined the league. He had a handheld, state of the art at that point in time, little camcorder, right? The Sony camcorder, the little one. He had a flip phone of some, and he was around when they had the flip phones. Then they started getting into the smartphones. You actually could
Yeah.
take pictures. And I remember they showed pictures of him holding the phone, taking pictures and video, like, wow, look at this. And he went through the PS2. I think he had a picture of a PlayStation 2 in his hands going to practice or something like that. And you go from all that, his career spanning 2 decades, and now he's a 76er. So the teams that he's played on have been what so far? Cleveland Cavaliers, right?
Yeah.
He's played with the Lakers, played with the Heat, and now he's a Philadelphia 76er. 4
You know
different teams.
that's fine. That's fine. You know, which is funny because, and I know I'm gonna break a lot of hearts here, but I kind of get a feeling, and we'll be on episode, 3,000 when this happens, Joe. But I kind of get a feeling that when he turns 28, Wemby gonna go play someplace else. If LeBron James can play all over the place and play for 4 teams, does that to say that Wemby can at some point either?
Man, Mike, you sweating, bro. You sweating, dude. Look
Well,
at you.
I'm in a polo and it's 100 degrees outside,
Should
and
have stayed in the truck.
Houston's the armpit of Texas, man.
Bro,
Houston,
take off the polo, man. Just do the show shirtless, brother.
yeah, dude, I got class, baby. It's
Oh
kind of
my
like
god.
we made a joke the other day about how if someone gets arrested and they're without a shirt on, they're guilty. I don't care
No,
what the
man.
crime is. If they are in a cop car without a shirt, they did something wrong. You think
Oh
I'm gonna
my
panza
god.
out in the middle of I-10 over here in Houston
Hey, man.
when I think it's stupid and tacky to wear a basketball jersey without an undershirt?
Just take the shirt off, make it a do rag, put it on your head, bro.
Do rag. Try not to get shot, baby.
Why, you afraid you're wearing the wrong colors, Mike? Come on.
Hey man, H Town's H Town. I hate it here.
It's too
I love
humid over there.
Conroe. I love Conroe, but I hate Houston.
Jeez, find the shade, man, for real.
I am kind of in the shade,
And look
mostly in the
at
shade.
everybody saying you stinky. Find the shade. Show us that fancy truck. Mike trying to get away from the ethical lawnmowers.
They're freaking loud, dude. I like the shade on the other side of the building, but man, it got loud over there.
They said ask the lawnmower guys for a cold beer. They ain't got no water in that cooler, man.
I was telling the story yesterday to a friend of mine who is a mechanic. I was telling him that when I worked in San Antonio off of I-10 in medical, I came back to from my office and someone had stolen my catalytic converter. And I turned on my SUV and all you hear is, "Rrr, rrr," because the catalytic converter was gone. And I took it to I took it to like the shop to see how much it would cost. And it was super expensive. My dad took me to some place on Culebra on the west side near
Tire shop,
Zarzamora.
the muffler shop.
And they're like, do you want it fixed or do you want it working? I'm like, well, what does that mean? And he goes, I can get it to work, but you got to go buy us lunch. So I go over to Bill Miller's on McMullen and McMullen and Culebra. I buy like a 12 pack, a 12 piece or a 15 piece of chicken, fries, and a bucket of tea. I go back. Man, my SUV was fixed. They welded a pipe to it, man. Was it street legal? No. But did it make a noise? No. It worked, baby. Just weld the pipe.
It ain't gonna pass the emissions test, Mike.
It ain't gonna pass the emissions test, but did it get me going for the day? It did. That's
Yeah.
funny, man.
You know what it's gonna cost you? You're talking about cars and all that. You know what's gonna cost you even more money? I know it. I've been hit with it myself already. That's why I gassed up like last Saturday when gas prices were a little lower. We're
Yeah.
talking about this, and Thursday oil crossed the $100 a barrel threshold for the first time since May. Amid all the stuff that's going out there in the Strait of Hormuz or whatever, so Hormuz. Um, so just expect to pay more at the pump now for gas. I know I'm going to be hit with it. Like I said, I fueled up on Saturday, I believe, when gas prices were still a little bit lower. It cost even more now to fill up the caddy. Before, I was filling it up with like maybe $35-$40. I went all the way up to $50 and it still wasn't full. It's like a quarter of a tank left to fill it up fully. So I still got to drop another maybe $25 in there. So it's like $65 altogether to fill it up.
I don't know how long it takes or how far you go on $50, but it takes 28 gallons to fill up my truck. Cost me. And people are struggling with that, man. And we're not gonna get political on this show, but like, what are we doing, dude? What are we doing? Why are we jacking with oil, man? It's funny, and you have people who are like, we can do our own oil. No, we can't. When we pump oil, it goes into the market, baby, because that's capitalism. If you say that you
Yeah.
want oil to stay in the United States, that's socialism. So which one do you want? Which one do you want?
Either
But
way, man. Gas
either way,
prices
man.
going up.
Elon Musk lost $600 billion this month, man.
Now it's gonna cost you more to be a sugar daddy, because now she's not gonna want you to take her out to eat, or she's not gonna want a fancy Coach purse. She's gonna want you to go ahead and fill up her car.
Well, I mean, dude, that's so sad how dating has become. Because I know you're saying that as a joke, but it's true, man. Girls these days are awful when it comes to dating. It used to be like, hey, take me out on dinner, right?
Yeah.
You take them on dinner, and then it's like, okay, well, it's not as nice of a dinner. I deserve a nice restaurant on our first date. Really? Do you? And then it's become like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, and the other. And I am so glad that Chica never did that to me when it came to dating. Does she like nice stuff now? Yes. Do I get
Yeah.
her nice stuff now? Yes. But at the end of the day, all she ever asked was for a bottle of wine or not a bottle of wine, a glass of wine wherever she's at, a nice bar, a nice lychee martini, a nice lemon drop martini. You know, the stuff that they serve over at P.F.
PF
Chang's La
Chang's.
Cantera. Let's show some love to P.F. Chang's.
PF Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of PF Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. PF Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. And thanks to Sean Quintero and everything they do for us over there at the PF Chang's location at La Cantera. If you happen to go out there, ask for Sean Quintero. And like I always say, maybe he'll sweeten the deal for you a little bit.
Maybe sweeten the pot. Sam Salinas called it a forced segue. It wasn't forced. Sometimes the gears work in my head faster than other times. But no, I don't think it
He,
was forced. I stuck the landing, man. I was like Harry Strug, man. I limped away, but I stuck the landing.
yeah. Look at Toro Loco. He likes the hat. He's like, that's a badass hat, Joe. Thank you, man. Look, man, it matches the leather watch, and it matches the bracelet I got with it as well. And we can't forget the leather phone cover. Like my nieces put it all together too. They're like, you should get this, you should get that. So I'll listen to them.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Hey, Joe, I'm gonna go kick some poo this weekend. Apparently, my parents want to go to the Kickapoo
Yeah.
casino, so I'm gonna go check that out. The players card over there at Kickapoo at the Lucky Eagle and Eagle Pass is a Spurs logo, San Antonio Spurs logo players card. So I'm gonna go get me another one of those. So if anyone's going to Eagle Pass, hit me up, baby, hit me up. I'll be playing some slots and maybe some poker if they got it.
Yeah. And everybody's laughing. Said Joe got a hot date. No, man, I got a date with my nieces. I'm gonna go to the coast this weekend. That's what I'm gonna wind up doing. But I was gonna show this. This is funny though, because you know how they have that Family Feud, right? That
Yeah,
comes
love Family
out.
Feud.
So they have special editions of Family Feud, right? Where they'll go ahead and have, let's say, celebrities or athletes, right, going against each
Yeah.
other, their families, right? So this is from Barstool Sports because Barstool Sports made an appearance on the Family Feud, and it's the guys that are part of Barstool Sports. And guess who they're going up against? The Cooper Flag family, right?
Okay.
So you have Barstool Sports on one side and Cooper Flag and his family on the other. So this is Steve Harvey. He's asking a question here. And listen to the response from the guy from Barstool Sports. I believe his name is Dave.
Name something a player probably has that a regular guy might not. Big. Yeah, thanks.
Wait, say that again.
He's saying he's got Big D, Mike.
Name something a player probably has that a regular guy might not. Big. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it, and maybe
Look at it play out.
No way. That's not
He walks away from him, man.
Where you going? No way.
I'm so sorry, Miss Kelly. I'm so sorry.
She can take it.
I'm so sorry.
It's Dave.
It's their last time on the show. I'm sorry. It's worked for it's. Let's go, Steve. It's a great answer. Show us. See it.
That that was so stupid, man. Like you could have at least said something, right? Something worthwhile. This is what you come out and say during the
And it's
context of the show. And there it is. This is what he said, Mike. There it is on screen.
was it on there? Let me see.
Yeah, it's on there. I put it on the screen right now.
I don't see it on there.
Yeah, well, it takes a while for it to show up, but I'm sure everybody else can see it. He
Okay.
was saying that pretty shocking they put that Big D wasn't on the board for the Celebrity Family Feud. Cuz
Oh. Oh, it wasn't on there. I thought you said it was. I was
no, it
zooming in on
wasn't
that.
cuz he said that, hope in
Okay,
hopes
okay.
that it
Can
would
we
be
talk?
there.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
That's not funny. Like
Just like
none of the bar. No. I'm saying like just no. I'm glad you brought this up. But like the Barstool guys, I don't find Barstool funny or appealing at all. I've never heard any of their podcasts where I thought to myself, "Oh, that was a good show." I've never read any of their articles where I thought to myself, that's good. That's good stuff." Barstool, I don't know how it became popular, man. Like, I don't understand. And I guess it's this bro culture. And every single one of those guys that's like that Portnoy guy and all that stuff, all with all the bravado in the world and talking trash in the world, Joe, guess what, man? They're all just insecure little bitches when it's all said and done, dude. They're all just insecure, man.
I'm
The
just
ones with the
like
biggest bravado are the biggest insecure little asses out there, man. And it's like the Tates of the world. And I mean, I know that there's a difference between Tate and Barstool. Big difference. I understand one's criminal, one's just douchey.
yeah.
But like, go back to Jersey Shore, dude.
That's
Seriously.
that's just embarrassing, man.
It
Like
is embarrassing. It's tacky. Do better.
like you come out on the show and you can see that it's supposed to be family oriented, right? And you know that Cooper Flag's on the other side, his mama's there with him and everything, and this is the answer you give. Like that looks stupid. At the end of the day, they weren't even trying to win. It's like they were just glad they got invited. You know?
I don't know, man. Class has exited the chat when it comes to a lot of society, man. At
That
some
that
point,
was that was embarrassing, man. Just outright embarrassing.
you know what Chica likes to remind me of every once in a while?
No.
And I'm not saying that everyone needs to dress all fancy or anything like that, but it's amazing when you go to like different cities how everybody dresses differently.
Yeah.
Like when the wife and I go to Miami, for example, it's very beach oriented wear. Go to San Diego, it's more of an Ocean Pacific type of wear. You go to Fort Lauderdale, it's a Tommy Bahama type of wear. You go to Houston, Dallas. They all had Dallas. The women have big hair. She mentions in San Antonio that everyone is like laid back. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not going to give judgment on it, but she goes, women don't dress up in San Antonio at all. That they're always wearing sweats or they're wearing, and if they're wearing leggings, it's not nice leggings. She goes, I go to San Antonio. Nobody's dressed up. Is that true?
I guess the people really dress down a lot over here. I guess going to like HEB, going to Target or what have you. I mean, you see some women that dress nice, but for the most part, what do they wear? They wear leggings, a t-shirt, the hair up in a bun, and sunglasses. And they usually have Starbucks or some type of coffee in their hand. That's it. That's what you get when you come here to San Anto. I know the people in Houston dress a little different because I've been to Houston, right? Because my daughter and her husband, his family's from Houston, right? So we go out there and visit them because they got a Mexican restaurant over there, and we go and see them every so often because my daughter goes over there, and you can see the difference, man.
Yeah. Like I'll sometimes get dressed and I'll put on like this was like when we first got together. I would put on like basketball shorts with a Spurs shirt on or whatever.
Yeah,
And she'd look at me and be like, "Is a game gonna break out? Why are you dressed like a 12-year-old? Is a game gonna break out anytime soon? You're 46 years old, 48 years old. Why are you dressed like a 12-year-old boy? You're
what
not
does
gonna
she
go
mean by
hoop it
that?
up. You're not gonna go hoop it up. Go put on some jeans, put on some nice shoes, and put on a shirt, and be professional, Jimenez, at all times. At all times.
All right.
So why am I walking and instead of t-shirt and shorts right now? It's because Chica throws down the hammer when it comes to fashion.
So she would approve of my shirt then. She likes the buttoned up polo, right? Nice looking
But
shorts, you know?
nice button-up polo, nice shorts, no basketball gear. Basically, if you find it at Academy Sports, it's a no-go. Unless you're working out.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about this. We have an update when it comes to the caca lettuce debacle that's been going on. So apparently now, you can see from the graphic here, and this is a courtesy of Good Morning America, there's been a new outbreak of the caca lettuce. So they're saying that a new outbreak of the severe stomach illness, psiloporiasis, as health officials work to identify the source of the infection. And I'll just play a little bit of the excerpt here. And this, again, courtesy of Good Morning America. So not only do you have to worry about the outbreak that they still have yet to identify fully, but now you got a new one.
Potential outbreak of that severe stomach illness, cyclosporiasis. It's not yet identifying the location or source, but says that this cluster includes at least 72 cases of the parasite.
Look at this, Mike. Before, it was kind of like Texas, and then you had some of the other states on the East Coast. And now
Right.
it's almost in every damn state in America, bro. There's just a handful of states that haven't been affected by it. But the caca lettuce is getting out of hand. Bro, it's already in Alaska. Like, come on. Not only do you have to worry, like they said, about the caca lettuce outbreak, but you also have something going on with the eggs now. 1.6 million dozen eggs, approximately 19 million individual eggs, due to the potential, they're being recalled due to the potential for salmonella contamination. So not only do you have to worry about the caca lettuce, but now you have to worry about salmonella in your eggs, bro. What's happening here, Mike?
Yeah, man. I mean, just when you thought it was safe to eat a salad, right? I
Jeez.
mean, it's crazy. I mean, even salad's dangerous these days. No, man. You know, it's funny. It's not funny, dude. Salmonella, E. coli, stuff like that.
Dude, getting some type of food poisoning is never fun at all.
No, man. I had that back in November, I think. It hurt just as bad as a kidney stone. At least with a kidney stone, it could pass after a while. That food poisoning lasted like 5 days with me, and I'll never forget the look of my poop when I finished. I'm not going to go any further than that, but it was like, oh my god, am I dying?
Jeez.
I thought I was, man. I was
You
looking
think you
up.
sweated more when you had that food poisoning, or you sweating more right now walking around the parking lot?
Dude, it's 100 degrees over here, man.
Jeez.
100 degrees, and I have I-10 or 45 right behind me. I don't know where the hell I am. I go to Houston like once a month, and I'm here now. Not excited about it, but I'm sweating up a storm. But no, man, these cases spreading. It's got to be more than just one source, man.
That's coming from somewhere, dude, from multiple places. But it's another thing you got to worry about when you go out there and you're going to try to eat healthy. You can't eat the caca lettuce, and now you got to worry about the eggs. So there you go.
The eggs, jeez, man.
Yeah.
I love eggs too, man.
And so let's
get
go
some-
ahead and get into this talk here that we have on the horizon. And this is going to be San Antonio Spurs were releasing some photos here as De'Aaron Fox is hosting summer workouts in his home gym this week with the team right off of their NBA Finals appearance. So, of course, they show the still photos, and they show El Wembeyazo there with Tobias Harris. Got the Toyota Corolla there, Barnes. You know, they're doing their thing. They're trying to start, getting the team back together. Got some work to do. But these are the types of photos, these are the types of things that you're going to see circulating out here. Remember, we saw the same thing last year, showing them in the gym, showing them shooting around from beyond the three-point line with the broom in their face, or with like Sohan, no broom in his face, and they looking good, because everybody look at how good they look and this and that. And what happens when it matters the most? He vanishes. Talking about De'Aaron Fox and Wemby. Hopefully they can go ahead and get that clutch gene as they go ahead and do those workouts.
Look, man, they have to do their community service, man. You know, I know you're trying to put it all together. And by the way, I don't care if the frog comes out. I need AC bad, dude.
You're gonna get heat stroke.
Yeah, I'm gonna get heat stroke, dude. So I'm gonna turn on the AC on 7, on blast on this one. No, dude, they're doing community service, man. Come on, why are you trying to give them crap and try to correlate what's going on the court with what happened,
Come
or what's
on,
going on,
man. What happened?
at a charity event versus what happened in June? One has nothing to do with the other. Joe, shame on you,
No,
Joe.
not
Shame
shame
on
on
you.
me. Look at what happens. They show the videos. Spurs fans get excited. Oh, they went to the finals. Look at them. They're gonna win it all. No, they didn't. They didn't win it. They barely won one damn game, and they laid an egg. And it happened just like we said. It's sooner or later. What was gonna happen? Inexperience was gonna show its ugly head. Hopefully,
And it
they
happened
learned from
later.
that. It's growing pains, man. I told everybody. I warned y'all, but nobody
Oh,
wanted to
dude.
listen.
No, you don't get to take a victory lap when they made the
I'm not saying
finals
I'm taking a
in a
victory
year
lap.
that
I
they
said
were
it was
favored
going
to
to
win
happen.
44 games.
It was
They're
going to
projected to win
happen.
44 games and get out in the first round,
No, it was
and
going
or
to
not
happen
even
sooner
make
or
the
later.
playoffs. They made the finals.
And
They
what
beat
happened?
you, Joe.
No, what happened?
They were right, Joe. The Spurs are right. Joe is not Joe Stradamus when it comes to all this.
I
You don't get
told
to
you
play
it was
that.
going
You
to
don't get to
happen.
play that.
I
You don't
told
get to
you.
play that. You don't get to play that game when 29 out of 30 teams don't get to carry up the Larry O'Brien
Yeah.
Trophy.
So they
No,
went
Joe,
to the
you are not
finals. So
right.
what did they
This is
do,
where Joe
Mike?
Stradamus failed. Joe
No, I
Stradamus
didn't.
failed this
No,
issue
I
here.
didn't. I told you it was going to happen. And sure enough, they didn't let me down. They went ahead and collapsed on the biggest stage because they couldn't play a full 48 minutes.
I don't know, man. All I
They
remember is
played
Joe Stradamus
46.
saying, Joe Stradamus was saying, man, you know, that inexperience is going to show up in the first round. It's going to show up in the second round.
Well, it
It's going to
waited to
show
the
up in the
finals. It
conference
showed
finals.
up, though.
Well, shit, Joe, you said it 4 times. If I toss a coin 4 times, it's going to come up heads at least once. Jesus,
But
man.
I'm just saying, look at when they show those pictures of them in the gym and they show the video of them working out and y'all getting all excited, you better hope, sure enough, that it's going to happen, that this will go ahead and correlate with them getting to the NBA finals and actually winning a whole damn thing or winning more than one game at least.
Joe, people are on you on this chat right now,
Good.
man.
Good.
You have Real Bobby February says, Thea, Joe, eat a Snickers.
No. Y'all get all excited. Y'all get all mojado
Yeah.
and everything off of these stupid damn videos and working out in the gym, getting stronger. Look at them. They're shooting from beyond the arc with the fucking broom, dude. Dollar that I said it. A broom in their face. Who cares? Who cares?
Joe, the hype machine keeps rolling on because here's the thing, Joe. You're talking all this crap about the Spurs, right? You still
Who
cheer for the
cares?
Cowboys. You still cheer for the
Oh,
Cowboys,
man.
and the Cowboys are the kings of building up hope, Joe.
You know what
They're
do
the
the
kings
Cowboys
of
and the
letting down
Spurs
their
have in
fans.
common? When it matters the most, they let you down.
What's that?
I said, what do the Spurs and the Cowboys have in common? When it matters most, they let you down.
Spurs are 5-2 in their history in NBA Finals, dude.
I'm just saying.
When it
They let
matters the
you
most.
down.
And both times that they lost, they should have won.
No, well, they would have
Oh
played
my God! By
48
the way,
minutes. They
the
would have
greatest
won.
invention of all time, was not penicillin. It was air conditioning. Is the frog out, Joe?
I don't hear it right now, but you know, it's funny you're talking about the Cowboys because there's a video of the Cowboys here. As they start getting closer and closer to starting their summer camp, right? Reporting for their camp. They had asked the Cowboys here, some of the players, what was their favorite Spanish word. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you guys.
Nice. I like this.
Domingo. Sunday.
Bonita. I don't know. Tacos.
Pollo. Favorite Spanish word has to be vamos.
Vámonos. Cumpleaños. Hola.
Hola. Puerto Rico, baño.
Corazon is heart. Yeah, corazon.
Biblioteca.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
¿Cómo estás? Like, how you doing? That's probably my favorite, for sure.
Hermana. Sister, right? Okay, yeah, sister. Because I got a sister. So, hermana.
No lo sé. No yos. Which one? Lo sé? No sé? No, no sé.
Both were right.
Sí.
You got it right.
Gracias.
Ay, Dios mío.
Bachata.
Football. Loco. Yeah.
Oh, anyway, that's what they were showing. Quick little video
But
from.
bachata was a good one, Joe.
My favorite Spanish
Joe,
word is something I
what's
can't pronounce on.
yeah.
I can't say on air.
Damn. My favorite Spanish word is hamburguesa. And they have a good one over at Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio.
All right, let's go ahead and give them some love. The Hard Rock Cafe, San Antonio is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with $8 and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. Every time I see that DJ with the sleeve, with the jersey and his arms just coming out of it, no undershirt, it's Mario Cavazos, bro.
It's Mario Cavazos. That's who it is, man. Hey, Joe, I do need to end the show, man. Time to land the plane. But hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Anyone have any financial issues or questions about retirement planning or life insurance, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, give me a call. My number is 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. Sam Selena is calling it an amazingly lazy segue. Mexican Jr. says, what a segue. You know what? Haters gotta hate, man.
All right. Well, hopefully everybody has a good weekend. We'll see you all on Monday. You know what? No, we're not. Because you know what we're going to do next week? We're going to take the week off, Mike. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to be on vacation because I have to go ahead and catch up with some maintenance behind the scenes with the show. And then we'll return in the previous week.
Very nice. So by then, NFL training camp will be in full swing. Yeah. Everyone have a fantastic weekend and wish us luck over at Kickapoo.
All right. Go win some money. We'll see you boys later. We're out. Peace.
See ya.